What is up, guys? This is Jazz with the new War Within video on Alpha. Tonight, I'll be covering Affliction. There's a lot of things to talk about. There's a lot of changes that have been made recently. So let's get into it. Alright, guys, let's begin with talents, since talents have been reworked, changed, and there's a few things that have been removed. Grim Feast has been removed, which means that we're not going to be playing around Drain Life anymore. Also, Soul Rot is 1 minute instead of 30 seconds. It was 30 seconds because of the Soul Eater Gluttony, which it was getting reduced by it. Now it doesn't happen anymore, so the entire spec is not playing around Drain Life. Drain Life is more of an emergency tool. You'll see here. It heals for more if your HP is at or below 35%. Death's Embrace, that is. So it would look like it's a more single target spec, this expansion, but trust me, guys, the damage you'll see in a sec is gonna be really high. It does cleave, but it's just Soul Swap is removed. We're not able to spread the Soul Rot and the Phantom and so on. But we're gonna be cleaving in a different way. There's cunning cruelty for that. I'll show it to you in a sec. I spec'd Shadow Bolt just to show it to you. Let me just fly to the area. I just want to show you this proc. It's very interesting to see this proc. I feel like the proc rate is quite high, quite good. The damage is good. So let's just begin with this proc. Let's slowly begin with this proc. Boom. Did you guys see that? That's the proc. This is gonna be procking through Drain Soul, but right now it's bagged. So I just went Shadow Bolt to show it to you. I think that's pretty cool for some AoE ability. AoE like proc. If targets are like next to each other within 10 yards, yeah, why not have that extra damage? Contagion, 30% crit chance increase. On a lot of things, I feel like this is gonna do decent damage. 30% is a lot if you think about it. So yeah, that's the build I came up with. I'll go over the talents here, the new ones. We have one. We have two. We have this one is very interesting. Agony, like, is regenerating shards like crazy. And if you combine it with this one, with the mark of Perothorn, it's like, you'll see that it's like impossible to drop from like 5 shards. You're almost permanently at 5 shards. It's insane. The shard region, we have this expansion. Plus, this one right here. Unstable Affliction, 20% haste. And damage dealt by regenerate shards. So we are full on shards all the time. This feels awesome. Like, look at the cast time. The cast time is absolutely insane. It's gonna be way too easy. Like, it's 0.95. I'm guessing it's gonna be even higher once we hit max level. I mean, sorry, lower. Once we hit max level with full gear and so on and procs. Did I show you the spell crit here? There's the spell crit 5%. You can combine this with this. There's also more crit if you want to. But this is the build I'm looking to play. Maybe we see a few changes. Maybe if Drain Soul pumps, we can play this one. But this is the one I will show you in a second on a target dummy with all my cities and so on. Let's go over the rest of the talents. We're able to use Hellstone multiple times in combat. I guess this is gonna be working in PvP with a 60-second city, right? I guess it's gonna be working in PvP more when it actually when arena comes out. Okay. What else do we have? This is a new talent. I guess you don't want that unless like the game lasts 10 minutes. You want to be creating some nice Hellstones. Soul Leech have been put up here instead of port. Soul Leech is like, it was like passive, I'm pretty sure. Oh, they put it on it as a talent. What else do we have? What else do we have? What else do we have? This is very interesting. You'll see in a sec. Oh, Symphon Life is a passive talent now. Corruption flat damage increased by 20% and periodic heals you for 5%. I guess it's gonna do decent damage considering that decent damage and decent healing. Considering that Corruption and Agony are equal right now, this should be healing for a lot. I'm guessing like 7%, 8%, something like that. More when Details and Arena comes out, guys. As always, we're gonna have the exact numbers, okay? More Corruption damage here. What else do I have here? What else do I have here? Malefic Rapture cast time by 20%. Wait, did we have that? Malefic, improved Malefic Rapture. Yeah, I think that did not exist, right? Malefic Rapture cast time. It's actually the same as Unstable Affliction. 0.95 cast time. Not bad. There's also this Summoner's Embrace. 3% damage increase for you and your demon. We'll have to see if we're able to play it as Warlock this time, because right now it just dies way too easy. We'll have to check it in PvP. If that's possible, 3% damage increase is quite nice, but we will have to compare it with Sacrifice. I think though Sacrifice is a better pick for Affliction, since it triggers way too easy. What else do we have? What else do we have? What else do we have? Wait, is Grimoire of Synergy gone? A 10% flat damage increase. Synergy? Bro. Wait, they actually removed that one too. Oh my god, oh my god. Seriously. Oh my god, if there's no 10% damage increase from Synergy, then I don't know, we're not getting that proc anymore. That's an interesting change. Oh, we have that one removed as well. Okay. Okay, let's get into the Hellcaller talents, guys. Let's begin with this one. I think this is more interesting than this. I'll show you both, though. I'll show you both Soul Harvester and Hellcaller. But let's begin. So this basically replaces Corruption. Shadow Flame damage. It's exactly the same as Corruption. This also gets replaced on Destro for Immolate. It's instant. Shadow Flame damage. And everything is around fire now, right? Fire critical strike chance increased by 10%. Shadow critical strike chance increased by 10. So you see all this critical strike chance. I don't know, we're getting so much crit. It actually helps us a lot with this one, considering that we have this one. All these work together, and so that's why you want to have that extra crit damage here. Oh, this is like the proc. Spending soul shards further corrupts enemies affected by your wither, increases its stack count by 1. So basically when you're spending shards, wither gets increased. At 8, it starts going down, so the damage gets unleashed. That's what happens. I'll show it to you in a sec on the target dummy. But it's quite hard to get it up on Affliction. It's easy on Destro because you're spending shards with Rain of Fire or Chaos Bolt, whatever, Shadow Burn. But on Affliction, what do you spend shards with? Nothing. Malefic Rapture? Old Burn does not proc it. The only way I see us moving the stacks up on Affliction is with Jinx. Jinx costs 1 shard. I hope they work together. I hope you're able to stack it up with Jinx. Otherwise, it will be very hard to get it to full stacks. What else? What else do we have? Shadow damage increase, fire damage increase. A sec, let me move back to the previous one. Okay. Dark Pact healing, yes. I think we talked about this in the previous video, by the way, on Destro. But let's just show them one more time. With her damage increased 20%. Yeah, basically, okay. When Wither gains a stack from Blackened Soul, it has a chance to gain 1 more. Basically, when it goes up, it can proc twice. That's what I understand here. Yeah, this transforms your weakness into Satyr, basically combining both curses in one. This is what we're gonna play most likely. Like both tongues and weakness are gonna be one. Mark of Savius. Agony damage increased by 20% and the cooldown of Vile Tent is reduced by 5 seconds. Black and Soul damage increased by 30%. When Black and Soul deals damage, you have a chance to gain Tormented Crescendo. That's like the insta, right? Yeah, that's the insta Malefic. That's really nice. Okay. Yeah, that's the Agony. We talked about it earlier. 40% damage done faster. I can sell this 2% increased damage per stack of Wither. And Malevolence. Malevolence is insane, guys. It actually is insane. Haste increased by 15%. You don't want to see this the haste I have when I press that. Dark magic erupts from you and corrupts yourself for 20 seconds. Everyone that suffers from Wither takes 35,000 damage and increases the stacks by 3. Which might... I guess this might trigger the stacks. If you're like at 5 stacks, maybe it goes up to 8 and so on. Or if you're close, if you're 7, boom, this can make the stacks unleash, right? That's what I'm guessing here. We will check it out in the global. Alright, let's get into action. By the way, guys, we're also gonna test Hate Fury Rituals just in case it can compete with this one, but I think that Wither damage increase plus getting that extra proc is more important than dealing damage plus the duration being increased, dealing 50%. 50% is a lot of damage, periodic damage. But it's very hard to build procs with Malefic Rapture, so that's why I go with this one. Anyways, let's see the rotation now. Let's see Malevolence. Let's just see the damage it can do. And I want you guys to check out my shards, okay? Shards literally do not drop this expansion. Look at it. Once I hit like a few UAs here, look at the shard regeneration. It's gonna be crazy. And everything is, look, just insane. Everything looks like it's free, but yeah, it's like the shard regen. I don't have an agony on this one or this one. It's just UA giving us the shard from this one, plus agony that has a better chance to give us a shard, plus it deals damage 40% faster, which means more shards. So shards will not be a problem for Affliction. Let's check out the burst real quick. Soul Road Phantom, Dark Lair, pressing the big one. There we go. Look at the haste I have. The haste is insane. The haste is absolutely insane. Also pumps a lot. The procs went down. And now you're building up the procs with Wither. Right here. But I have an acute proc already, so it needs to go back to 1. And then I can start procking it up again. Wait, it goes back to 1. And now you're supposed to build it up once again. Once this acute procs, it always goes down to 1. You want it to go down to 1 because that's the purpose of it. Procking. It's like completely separate. It's like this one right here, the Blackened Soul. That's the one. It's supposed to go up to 8 stacks, and then it shall proc at some point. Like it can proc before that, but like, okay, this is good. This is perfect. And now you build it up. 5, 6. Maybe it got back for a sec. Now it procced. It has a chance to proc, but it was not supposed to proc so fast, right? So yeah, this is the damage you can do as Affliction. Basically as many malefics as possible. It's the exact same as right now, but it depends a lot on Malevolence this time, giving us that extra haste, right? Haste is looking good right now. Nightfall, Shield Rod, pressing, boom, procs. There we go. Burst things a little bit. It looks decent to me. This haste is gonna help out a lot in PvP. It's just the Soul Swap does not exist anymore, and we never press Drain Life. Look at this. There's no reason to press Drain Life. 11,000. Literally no reason. Less emergency, as I said earlier. Right here. Let's move on to the next build, guys. See what the next one has to offer. Alright, let's move on to the next build. It's the next hero talent. It's the Soul Harvester. This one looks more consistent and more bursty, unlike the other one. Everything is passive. It all comes down to your procs when you regenerate shards. Basically this proc right here, Demonic Soul. Succulent Soul empowers your next Malefic Rapture and reducing its shard by 1, increasing the damage by 20%, plus 25,000 damage. Which applies this dot right here, Sword Anathema, which affects every single target. I'll show it to you in a sec. And if it's reapplied, the damage is added and so on. There is no overlapping, hopefully. Demonic Soul deals 100% damage to targets increased by unstable affliction, so you gotta play Rampant. Shadow Bolt drains Soul damage increased by 20%, plus Nightfall, additional 50%. Damage increase. This is the pact. Additional 50%. We want to play that. Friends in Dark Places. This one is PvE most likely. You generate Soul Shard, or that's some AoE damage. Fell Domination City or Burning Rush. We talked about this one. Yes, we can go for this, but we might test Burning Rush at some point since you're like getting that 6%, that like 100% 6-second sprint on a 60-second city. We'll see about that, guys. We'll keep you updated, of course. Once Arena comes out, Corruption deals 25% damage faster. Once Hot grants Nightfall. Okay. If Nightfall is so important... we might have to look for Withering Bolt. But I need my damage meters first. I'll make a build with Withering Bolt too. I tested it earlier, but I feel like this is the best. But we could see the Withering Bolt playing out on this one just because of the Nightfall proc. Soul Anathema damage increased by 25%, deals 20% faster. Consuming Nightfall activates Shared Fate or Feast of Souls. Oh, so it actually gets activated by this one. Okay. Okay, that's the Feast of Souls, sure. So you can either... oh, you can actually pick one of that. Okay. So that's like passive damage. We might go with that. We will see. But this is also very nice. I'll show you why in a sec. I'm playing this one. Oh, that's why the icon looks the same. Okay. Succulent Soul. Okay. Okay, so Nightfall is very important. Very, very important. Very good. Very good, very good. Like this is where your main damage comes from in this build. Like basically Soulroot activates the thing guaranteed, plus 10% damage increase. Shadow of Death for 15 seconds. Let's see this one. Damage dealt by your demonic soul is increased by 10%. Consuming Nightfall feeds the demonic entity within you, causing it to appear. Okay, so Nightfall. Nightfall is very, very important for this one. This is a passive one. Sometimes you don't get the entire thing off. I want to see if it procs with health thing. With health like Drain, Soul. This Shadow Bolt could be sketchy. But this could be a way to get it off guaranteed. Maybe we play Shadow Bolt, guys. We will see. We will see. Could be a play. It could be a play. While Shadow of Death is active, casting Malefic always invokes your demonic soul. Actual damage increased by 10%. Alright, let's check out the rotation now. Just gonna play everything on this target real quick. Since it's not a PvP target, I cannot use my Jinx, I cannot multiply my UAs and so on. Let's just try to apply everything. Phantom. Root. Malefic. Dark Lair. Boom. That's all my damage. This is insanely bursty. Insanely bursty, guys. If you're able to get those Malefics off, yeah? I guess... yeah. We'll have to... prepare some with... Drain Soul. Crescendo. With this one, maybe. Maybe you get one proc before... getting your Soul Rod off. That would help you a lot. Getting that damage off. But, one important thing you want to look for here, guys, is you really want to keep your shards below 5. Because if you are at 5 shards, you are not getting the proc when you regenerate the shard. Like now, it's never gonna proc. So you need to keep your shards... I'll show you what proc I mean, yeah? You need to keep your shards below 5 so that... this upcoming proc, this one, is going to proc, yeah? One sec. It shall proc in a global. There we go. Succulent Soul. Yeah, that's the one you're looking for. Once you press the Malefic now, 20% damage increase. It's free and unleashes the demon. What does the demon do? It applies the dot to everyone. Soul Anathema, right? All the targets you're hitting, basically. Alright. I think that's it, guys. I think those are all the changes. I think those are the builds. If I see more changes happening, if I find something more interesting in the future, a different build, maybe a Shadow Bolt or maybe We play around Nightfall proc since it does a ton of damage. I'll let you know mainly when DPS meters in the arena come out. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel. Follow me on Twitch if you're not followed yet. That's where I stream live every day. And have an awesome day, guys. Thank you for watching.